that's just, yeah, every day I hear that kind of thing from people. And it sounds like you were a skeptic at one point, and then there was a point at which you were not a skeptic. So like, what happened? Was there some event? Like, did you see something that opened your eyes, or I don't know, did you dip your toe in the water and it's like, oh, that worked. Let's dip it in a little bit further. Take me through that mental journey of not believing to believing.
Yep. So when I first met this, so when we met this person again, so I bought like 5 or 10 lots from him, and he had like 100, and that it would have been the best acquisition if we bought those lots, because those lots today, like 2 years later, are like they sell for a much more than what I could have bought them for at that time. So bought 5, bought 10, started selling them. And then, and then later I went back and I bought like another 5, another 10. I kept playing small, taking these small bets. It was fine. But then the third time, what happened was he had a very good portfolio of lots, and I, again, took a small bet. And I sold the stuff that I bought for a lot more than for a lot more than what I paid for them. But then by the time I went back, those lots were not available. Someone else bought them.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep. So basically that's just how I learned, is because if you're not going to take the risk, or what, I don't even see it as risk. If you're not going to take the bet, someone else will. And, of course, it took time to build that kind of comfort, but it was also starting to think in abundance, right? So when your business starts doing better, but you were always used to getting your behind beat as like a aspiring entrepreneur, you start thinking in abundance because you start being around people who are just crushing it and doing deals, and not everyone's out to like try to, whatever.
Yeah. Do you think, because I know that the abundance mentality is something that a lot of people talk about, and for good reason. I mean, it's it's just scarcity versus abundance. I mean, it's kind of I don't know if it's a false belief or just like a misguided belief about, what you can and can't do in life. It makes me wonder though, like, is there any truth rooted in a scarcity mentality? Like, have you ever had the abundance mentality and that turned out to be false? Like, you were thinking, I can do anything, and you can't. You were actually right to be scared. You shouldn't have done that. Have you ever experienced that? Or, I don't know, it just makes me wonder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, the mailers that we sent, right, that completely failed. But the thing is, of course, you're going to have some upsets, right? But the thing is, it's like majority of the time with an abundant mindset, I've noticed that you get more wins than you do losses.
Yeah.
Because someone who's in scarcity, I feel like just loses all the time. So I just feel like it has been more beneficial. Your win-loss ratio, I feel like, is a lot higher when you start thinking in abundance.